weekend.
And we talk about if any rain in the forecast could help bust developing drought conditions across the state tonight.
Plus, we're back with another special guest for the Sideline Game of the Week forecast coming up.
WBRC Fox 6 News. First Alert Weather Extra starts now.
All right, welcome into Weather Extra. And we have quite the group here today, right?
We about can't fit any other meteorologists up
Yeah.
here. So JP's our limit.
That's right.
And yes.
I've met the quota today. They're not letting any more. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We got meteorologists over here from the National Weather Service right now. So we've got guests. We've got Owlie here tonight. So lots going on. Everywhere I go, you know what the number one question is? I haven't seen any rain in a long time. Are we going to get rain? We've got a little bit of rain.
Yeah, we got a little bit of rain finally making its way in here. And by the way, I want to say great view yesterday. You sent in the picture from the flying over all the haze that we saw over Birmingham. A lot of folks were asking in West Alabama yesterday. It was really bad.
That's right.
But a lot of that got pulled in from parts of the East Coast earlier in the week, and that really added to some poor visibilities. But now we have some wet weather moving in, starting across the western part of the state. Let's talk about it. Here's the next big thing. Overall setup, we got a cold front on the way that we're tracking here on Weather Extra, and that is going to be making its way through into the weekend, and a big drop in temperatures on the way. Looks like as we get into Saturday during the day, highs only around 70 degrees, but hopefully we get some wet weather out of this system. We have showers, and a lot of times when you get into these dry patterns like this, it is so hard to break out of these dry spells, but the showers have been just trying to work their way in to the western part of the state today, and you can see some of that wet weather around parts of Marion County, and checked in with a couple of watchers over West Alabama that reported some showers earlier, and you can see some of that precipitation showing up there from Vernon back in towards Winfield and Guin, and moving to the east, and now moving into Winston County. So Double Springs, a first alert for finally a little bit of wet weather. I think you washed your car there in Double Springs and helped us out. So we got some showers now starting to move in, and then more wet weather that's back into Mississippi that we're tracking, and this is all going to gradually and steadily make its way across our state tonight. So the new data, and we got some more high resolution data coming in, still painting those scattered showers well past midnight and even into the day tomorrow in the morning. Some of this wet weather around perhaps Jasper and maybe in the Coleman area around Huntsville. If you're watching around Gadsden, might get a little bit of shower action there early in the day. And actually it looks like through tomorrow afternoon we're going to be tracking that chance for showers. We've got the colder air on the way for the weekend. That's another big thing we're going to be talking about. Highs near 70 with overnight low temperatures taking a big tumble down into the 40s. So yeah, by Sunday morning, and we'll be as low as maybe 41 across parts of North Alabama there early in the day on Sunday. So that's coming up. We're gearing up for another week of Sideline, and here to give us the Game of the Week forecast from Pleasant Grove High School is Jordan Nation.
Happy homecoming. My name is Jordan Nation, and I'm a sophomore at Pleasant Grove High School. Game time weather will be 70 degrees, and that's perfect weather to dominate the Cavaliers. To start our homecoming festivities and the crowning of our king and queen, the weather will be 68 degrees. Post-game weather will be 65 degrees, and that's great weather to travel home. Go Spartans.
All right, great job. Thank you, Jordan, for getting that prepared for us for this weekend, getting us ready for Sideline. And stay tuned for next week as we feature another student with our Sideline Game of the Week. JP, you were talking about all the dry weather that's been happening around the region, and hopefully, again, we'll get some showers out there tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of rain showing up right now. You've been showing that on radar. And today I was over Lake Purdy once again, and you can see the lake level is dropping a good bit. We need the rain. Here's some facts and figures. Rainfall last month. We close out September. We're in a rainfall deficit right now. Nearly 2 inches, normal for the year, about 4 inches. And as for September, I should say 1.94 is where we ended for Birmingham for the month of September. I know at your house, you're saying, maybe I didn't get 1.94, and you probably didn't. That rain was kind of hit or miss. Here's a look at the current drought conditions. So we have abnormal conditions off toward the east, moderate conditions back out to the west. So we certainly need the rain. We will have some rain tonight, but it is not going to be a real soaking or drenching rain that we need. In fact, that longer range forecast is not really indicating a whole lot of rain. Our 8 to 14 day rainfall outlook, and this is coming from the Climate Prediction Center, does have us near normal right here, or really equal chances between below average and above average rainfall amounts. So that's what we have. So zeroing in, farther east you go, a higher chance of above average rainfall, and back out to the west, those drier conditions are going to be prevailing. So the 3-month outlook, and this gets us right on through December, we do see some indications that our rainfall may be a little bit above normal. I don't think so, at least in the near term, but as we get into the next several months, we may see that pattern switch around, and we could be looking at rainfall becoming a little bit more prevalent across the southeast. So that's where it stands. We need that rain. Unfortunately, over the next little bit, I don't expect a whole lot. You may see a few showers tonight, as we've been indicating, and you've been watching that on our weather app and even through tomorrow morning. So we need the rain. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of good news over the next several weeks. We'll be cranking up the lawn irrigation. Had the yard guy out the other day. He came and he didn't mow the lawn. He swept the yard. It was so dry. Tania?
Oh boy, not sweeping the yard. Anyways, you're exactly right, JP, but we're actually not the only ones dealing with these dry conditions and with the lack of rain. Louisiana is experiencing extreme drought, and meteorologist Wade Hampton talks more about it.
Yeah, this morning we actually had probably the most measurable rain we've had in a while. It actually had a pretty good line of storms come across the area, which was welcome. We certainly need it. We're still right now about 10 plus inches below normal on rainfall for the year. And yeah, it is a severe drought, the likes that I haven't seen in my 18 years here. It's certainly going up on records, going back to all-time records as far as the drought, and been dealing with fires as well in some of our inland parishes here. Of course, we call them parishes here in Louisiana. For those of you that don't know, yeah, we've had several different fires. One that has consumed up to 32,000 acres that it had burned. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind of drought and fire, and that's still going to keep happening. You know, it's one thing I've been stressing to my viewers. Today's rain is not going to stop that. We need more than just one day of rain.
And we're going to continue to follow this trend as we head into Mets Around the World this Friday. Well, we've been talking about it all week right here on First Alert Weather Extra, and we're just short of a week away from an annular solar eclipse that won't appear again until 2046. It'll be called the Ring of Fire due to the moon being in front of the sun. The phenomena will start just after noon Eastern Time on October 14th, next Saturday, and last a few minutes in each location. And get this, it'll be visible in all continental states. Here in our area, we'll only have about 50% visibility, sadly. But, you know, hey, it's something. But you can join us next week on First Alert Weather Extra, where we'll be creating the viewing devices, at-home viewing device, that you can look at and safely look at the solar eclipse with. In 30 seconds, meteorologist Lauren Linehan will join us with some special guests who will leave you excited about a fun event next weekend.
Should have. So B plus. Just on 2? Okay. Well, welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan, and we are joined now by our friends at the National Weather Service in Birmingham. We have meteorologist Gerald Satterwhite here and meteorologist in charge Chris Darden. And don't get your feathers ruffled, but Allie, the ambassador for a weather-ready nation, has joined us too. So why are they here today? Well, next weekend is a very exciting event down in Shelby County, the National Weather Service Open House. Tania, JP, and myself will be there. And now that I've seen Allie, I'm going to be following Allie around the entire time. Just a warning. So Gerald, can you tell us more about what this event is, when it is, and where is it going to be?
Absolutely. We have a great event planned on Saturday, October 14th, open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is an open invitation to anyone in Central Alabama to come and see us at the National Weather Service, kind of get a behind the scenes look at how we operate, how we make forecasts, issue tornado warnings. You'll be able to see some weather research vehicles from UAH, mobile radars and mesonettes. We'll have safety partners out there, fire trucks, trick-or-treating for the kids, all kinds of stuff. So we invite everyone to come out.
So there's going to be candy, is what you just
Yes,
told me.
there will be candy.
And what is going to be one of the cool events there? You know, a lot of people ask us, how do we get our weather data? How do we have our weather data here at the surface, but how do you get it higher up in the atmosphere? This is something I'm super excited about.
Oh yes, around midday, we will have a weather balloon launch. So you'll actually see us inflate the balloon, bring the weather instrument out, tie it to the balloon, and we'll release it. And everyone will get to see that weather instrument rise into the sky, one of the many ways we collect weather data.
Now, does this cost any money if people want to come down?
No, this is absolutely free and open to everybody in the community, and we'll have something from everyone, the adults, the kids. We'll have food trucks on site, so candy and food.
Okay. Oh.
So we've got everything covered, hopefully, so definitely come on out next Saturday.
That will be very exciting. And why is this such an important event to have? Right now, the weather's relatively quiet. We got our first fall cold front coming in this weekend. Why is it important to have it now?
Well, October is usually our driest month, so we want to dodge having to reschedule things. October is a good month to look at, but we just want to give people an invite to the Weather Service and just meet and greet with people who issue the forecast for Central Alabama. We coordinate with our media partners and emergency managers. We'll have the state EMA and county EMAs on site, and just giving people that behind the scenes look to see where the weather information comes from, where the tornado warnings come from, that sort of thing.
So you may be wondering at home, all right, where does Allie come into this? Chris, could you tell me more about your dear friend Allie here?
Yeah, so Lauren, Allie is pretty much the mascot of the Weather Service. You know, it's our way of kind of trying to connect with kids, connect with families, and get that information out about education, weather education, but also weather safety education. What we found out is, you know, if you go to schools and you start to educate children on weather safety, they go back and they educate their families, they go back and educate the adults. You know, we're too old, we're stuck in our ways, but kids, you know, they learn, they remember, and having mascots like this that can go and connect with children, they can really resonate that safety information. They remember it, they go back, and they actually replicate it at home. So that's a really important thing. And what Gerald mentioned with the balloon release that we're doing, the upper air release, we're going to have one child that will hopefully win and be able to do the balloon release with Allie. So that'll be a cool little thing.
Oh, that's incredible.
And we're also going to be doing some other raffles as well. So folks will have opportunity to raffle, maybe win a weather radio, win a few other things.
Oh, that's so great. Well, we're so excited to be out there and just that extra special touch that we're going to be seeing, Allie. But thank you all for joining us so much today, and we will see you in a week. Going to be a really fun Saturday down in Shelby County at the National Weather Service office. So make sure you join us there, and you'll come back anytime, especially Allie. I definitely have a soft spot for Allie. Well, still ahead on First Alert Weather Extra, meteorologist Fred Hunter joins us with a delicious treat as we head into the cooler season.
All right, welcome back into First Alert Weather Extra. We got showers trying to make their way into the area, but you can see some of this wet weather stretching from Haleyville back into southern Marion County. This is rain falling, and that is starting to move on towards the east direction. We'll see more of this, and I like what I'm seeing. Look at all this rain back in here. All this is going to be spreading to the north and east if it will just hold together. That's the thing as that moves in. But the model data has been very robust and showing us a good chance of seeing some shower activity through late tonight. But I just want to stress again, as Lauren noted earlier and Tania, all along, we still see this as a light rain producer. It's not going to be heavy rain, but hopefully at least enough to settle the dust. And the chance for a few showers sticks around for the morning drive tomorrow. So when you head out the door, there still could be a little bit of wet weather. And for the rest of the day, the rain chances start to drop off, but could see some scattered showers over East Alabama as late as 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But all this will be out of here just in time for high school football and for Sideline tomorrow night. And also it's going to turn rather windy as that colder air starts to settle in. We could have some gusts over 30 miles per hour going into early on Saturday. 47 degrees in Coleman by Saturday morning, mid-50s Tuscaloosa, Alabaster, Birmingham down to 54, 52 Pell City, Anniston 51. That's Saturday morning. How about Sunday morning? Yeah, 40s there, low 40s, Gadsden, Aniana. So it's going to be cold this weekend for those overnight temperatures. And during the day on Saturday for Alabama fans heading over to College Station, a kickoff of 70 degrees. They've actually dealt with quite a bit of rain, storm activity happening there, but it will be dry for the weekend. And make sure you have our Fox 6 weather app if you are traveling, going to some of the games this weekend. We'll be sending out those kickoff forecasts and updates on temperatures. It's right there to your mobile device. Kickoff, Miles College, 71, 72. Nice temperatures at kickoff, but again, a little blustery out there with that north breeze and staying dry. 62, long sleeve weather for the Tuskegee game, but colder for the weekend, dry into the start of next week. We have brought in a chance for a few showers there. It looks like for Thursday and towards the end of next week, what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up dealing with another surge of colder air that's going to settle in towards the end of next week. So what will happen is we'll see, just as we warm up, temperatures taking the tumble. So we're in that pattern now where as we warm up, here comes a cold front and the temperatures start to fall. And hopefully we will see those rain chances for late next week on the increase. And someone's here to help us answer that right now. We're looking at some of the latest long-range data as we go beyond the 7-day forecast, and we're going to have more on that coming up. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan. And Lauren, you were checking out some of that data, and it looked as though we might see some rain late next week.
Yeah, Wes, that is certainly a possibility as we look ahead to next week. But in the meantime, before that happens, we have got some great football weather in place this weekend. And hey, football is in full swing. Wes, you know that better than I do because, I don't care about football. But those cooler temperatures on the way right now. You may be looking for some fresh ideas for your next cookout or tailgate. There we go, that tailgate. That's what it's all about. Well, Mr. Absolutely Alabama himself, Fred Hunter, is back in the kitchen with Kathy from Kathy's Southern Kitchen for one of the hottest trends for foodies in the cool days ahead.
Well, welcome to a very special weather extra segment. A lot of things change during the course of a year. The weather, of course, primarily, and our diets change. And we have Kathy from Kathy's Southern Kitchen. Kathy, you wear so many, you're like me, you wear a lot of hats.
You've got that right.
You got this hat, and then you got this hat from the Alabama Cattlemen's Association, Kathy's Southern Kitchen. Give us a little Reader's Digest version of Kathy's story, what all you do.
Well, you got it. You mentioned the Alabama Cattlemen's Association. Well, Kathy's Southern Kitchen also works with the Alabama Cattlemen's Association, the beef checkoff.
Right.
The beef, it's what's for dinner, and that happens to be what we're cooking today, Fred, some good old beef.
And I should mention the fact that, before I forget, Kathy is from down Dothan way, and a Dothan girl does not leave home without peanuts from the peanut capital of the world. So That's just a little bonus there. Now, Kathy, our appetites change.
That's right.
As the weather changes. We eat a little lighter maybe in the summer, but then I always say, John Madden called it sinker food. When it gets a little cooler, you got to have something that's...
You got to have something stick to your bones.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and that's why you're here with one of the hottest
It is.
food
It's a
trip.
social media sensation. This is Smash Burger Tacos. This is perfect if you're going to tailgate or get out with those fall festivals.
Right.
And this is, let me just go ahead and
yeah.
smash these a little bit. Now, what we're going to do is start with our ground beef, and you're going to want about a golf ball size piece, and this is going right on our hot griddle. Now, you can do this on a Blackstone, you can do this on a cast iron skillet, just whatever. Pancake griddles work great. And here we go. Look at this.
There we go.
We are going to smash. Now, this isn't a big, thick burger. These are kind of thin and crispy,
Right.
which I happen to love, and they're so easy to eat. Let's do a flip on this.
Okay.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Oh, and you're
Perfect.
going to get this tortilla nice and crispy. Oh, yum. That one's a little small. We'll give that to a youngin' out there.
There you go. There you go.
And
And then you do your add-ons.
we are, sorry.
All right.
I'm going to shake this up a little bit with some of this gunpowder seasoning
Right.
from Sure Shot Sid's. I love this stuff. And then on goes the cheese.
Wow.
And you can top it with what you want. I've got some over here that's already made.
Right. We got pickles, whatever topping you
That's
like.
right. The smash burger is kind of like a Big Mac take. We've got special sauce, lettuce, cheese on a crispy flour tortilla, and they're absolutely delicious.
And you got some good old Alabama beef there. I'm going back to my beef Alabama Cattlemen Association cap.
We
now.
appreciate
Putting
our
a new cap
cattlemen.
on.
Absolutely. They work hard.
So this is where we say, I think, Kathy, at the end, beef.
It's what's for dinner.
There you go. Or tailgates, or however you can do it. Kathy, once again, tell folks how they can follow you. You're on social media.
That's right.
You're everywhere. And how can they follow Kathy Southern
You
Kitchen?
can go to Facebook and follow Kathy Southern Kitchen, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and you can always check out beefitswhatsfordinner.org and get some great recipes.
Oh man, this is great. All right, here we are. We got our sinkers here. We're ready for the cool weather. Enjoy your smash burgers, everybody.
I'd say this is smashing.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back with more.
You know, my one qualm with that very good segment is that it was not live, so there are no smash burgers in the studio right now. Got to get some for dinner, though. That dinner break is just around the corner, and we are definitely going to be looking into more cooking segments here on Weather Extra. We'll be right back, but first, here's a look at today's Weather Almanac. Well, a big thanks to the National Weather Service and JP Dice for joining us in the studio for today.
Yeah, thanks a lot, JP, Tania, and hopefully some wet weather that we're tracking tonight, first at 9, so be sure to join us.